Yo, let's talk. All right, let's get on with the show.
1515 now proud to bring to you the GTS Podcast, guys talking smack, the weekly review when we talk about whether Smackdown is a smack up, Smackdowner, or a smack in the face. This is your boy EJ the King.
It's your guy J.Fields.
And Smackdown Live took place this weekend,
Boston, Massachusetts.
Any Boston facts?
The first big three.
Well, is it?
Yeah.
What about Olajuwon?
They weren't billed as the big three, though. They were good, but they weren't billed as the big three.
Won a championship.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't there with Barkley there, but yeah. Home of the Celtics, yeah. The big three, the original big three. Home of douchebag. I wasn't going to do it.
Boo!
But anyway. Let's move on.
Home of Sasha Banks.
Yeah, we forgot all about her.
Yeah.
The boss. But before we get down with the rundown, J.Fields, do you have a match to watch for?
Yes, I do. My match to watch for was going to be the match that It's Miller had this week on RBU. So I'm not going to recap that, but I will say, if you did not see Okada versus Shibata, it is up on Daily Motion. You need to check that match out. Hard hitting, stiff. If you care anything about New Japan Pro Wrestling, you emotionally invested in the match. And this is one of the first times that I ever saw like the Japan fan base really, really get behind a superstar. They were so behind Shibata. It was almost like you're watching like something, an American or a British match, because Shibata is over. And I haven't been able to really say that about anybody since I've been watching New Japan for the last couple of years. I've never really been able to say that about anybody to the degree that Shibata was over in this match against Okada. They wanted him to win so bad. Mm-hmm. And the fact that he came up short only leaves that much more to be desired if they ever meet again, or the time in which Shibata wins the IWGP heavyweight title. Like, it's going to be a major moment in New Japan. So check that match out. That's not my match to watch for, but I just wanted to give my thoughts on that amazing match because it was that great. But my match to watch for this week is Mark Andrews versus Will Ospreay from Galvanize, from Progress Wrestling, the show entitled Galvanize. It was a mid-card match. Two of the best high flyers, two of the best aerial wrestlers probably in the world right now, outside of maybe Ricochet. Like when I tell you that they threw some crazy stuff at each other. And Will Ospreay was actually in the role of heel because in Progress he's a heel. So Mark Andrews was the face, and he picked up the victory on Will Ospreay. So it was like it was cool to see Will Ospreay in the heel role, and then to see like some of the moves they were doing. Like you couldn't take your eye off of it. It was good. Probably about 10, 12 minutes of back and forth action. Just really dope. Like really dope match. So check that out. It's Progress Wrestling. Chapter, I want to say 49, which was entitled Galvanize. And it was a really good match on the card. Also, if you didn't see the IWGP tag team title match with War Machine, when they picked up the titles, that was a really good match too. That was almost my match. But some really good wrestling I watched this week. So you got some options.
Okay, doke. In the news and rumors, slow week, but a couple things. Renee Young and Dean Ambrose married.
Jump the broom.
Yes, as you maybe some people noticed on Monday Night Raw after he huddled with Miz and Maurice that Dean Ambrose had a wedding band on. I noticed it, but I didn't really speak much on it. I saw it and I was like, maybe not, whatever. But yeah, apparently they got married this past weekend, and even on Talking Smack, Kevin Owens approached the table, getting ready to get interviewed or whatever, and he told Renee congratulations, and she kept on trying to like maneuver, change the subject. We said we're not talking about this, and she was like, "Yeah, we're talking about you being on Smackdown." So Kevin Owens was like, "Oh, so I guess we're not telling right. About it." So yeah, so the cat's out of the bag. Dean Ambrose and Renee are married, and they're on separate shows now. So that's one thing, and the other, Jinder Mahal, the newest SmackDown acquiree. Is that the right word? The new person on the roster.
Yeah, good save.
Yeah, gave Finn Balor a concussion this past Monday with a stiff, what is it, the elbow to the face? Forearm to the face.
Knocked him silly.
Finn went down head first, but immediately, responded back to his normal senses. But ain't no telling how long Finn's gonna be out. But Finn can't catch a break, man. He just got back and boom, that happened. And it's I hate how WWE actually looks at that's probably looking at him the same way they look at Daniel Bryan now. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. Dude, you too injury prone. Like, we can't even have future plans about you. And that's not his fault. You know what I'm saying? But maybe it is. Because maybe he should be able to take the blow. But that was a stiff ass forearm.
I just put it like this: if he was knocked out cold, Jinder Mahal would be over right now. He'd be very much so over.
Could that be bold?
Because he could use it. If they chose to, I'll say he could be over if they chose to use it. He could say, "I knocked out Finn Balor cold." Because that forearm was like the first one, like Nikki Bella threw when she started throwing that hard ass forearm. That was harder than that.
Right.
Knockout power. But of course he was able to respond. He got back in the match and won the match. Yeah. So nobody's gonna talk about it.
You're right.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. You got anything?
Yes, I have 3 things.
Okay.
Cody Rhodes is in line for ROH title shot. It is said that he may potentially be one of the next, if not the next, ROH World Champion. With them shuffling around talent, with people said to be leaving, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly's already gone. Bobby Fish is gonna stick around, but he doesn't want to sign the long term. A lot of the top guys, with Cody being as hot as he is on the Indies, they said that he's potentially next in line to be the next ROH champion, or to at least get a shot and to be feuding with the champion. Also, Lana reported that Rusev is still about 2 to 4 months away from returning to the WWE. Of course, which we're going to recap in our lineup. He was announced to be one of the newer members of SmackDown Live. So when he returns in 2 to 4 months, he will be with SmackDown Live. So shout out to that.
Woo woo.
And then lastly, I think I lost it. Oh yeah, that was it. That was all. This was those 2. I thought I had 3, but it was just 2.
Alrighty. Well, that would do it for the news and rumors. So let's get down with the rundown. So J.Fields, what happened on SmackDown Live this week?
SmackDown Live this week, of course, it was live from Boston, Massachusetts. The show kicked off with another new member of SmackDown Live, the U.S. champion, Kevin Owens, coming out declaring that this is now his show and that the Kevin Owens show has now switched it up and he's now a part of SmackDown, and that he could beat up anybody in the crowd, beat up anybody in the arena, beat up anybody in the locker room, and that he was there to make a statement and he was the face of America, which leads to Baron Corbin coming out, interrupting him, and basically he says, well, you can't beat me up. You might be able to beat up everybody else, but you can't beat me up. And then he goes down and runs down the list of why. He says, because I beat the Intercontinental Champion last week, and he beat you last night on Raw, which means I can beat you. And since I couldn't get my Intercontinental title shot against Dean Ambrose, I could take that U.S. title. Which leads to Sami Zayn coming down. He's also a new member of SmackDown Live. He comes down, and Kevin Owens is clearly visibly upset, as many of us probably are, at the fact that they are still together on the same show with one another. But he comes down and says that he wants to fight for the U.S. title as well, which leads to AJ Styles coming out and saying that this is still the house that AJ Styles built and that SmackDown Live is still his show. And then Daniel Bryan comes down and says that, well, the U.S. title cannot be defended before Payback against Chris Jericho because KO has Chris Jericho already scheduled in a U.S. title match at Payback to finish up their feud. But we can determine the number one contender for when after that match takes place, and whoever is the U.S. champion will fight the winner of a triple threat match between Baron Corbin, Zayn, and AJ Styles to take place later on in the night. And that kicked off our show. Following that, we got WWE champion the Viper Randy Orton defeating Eric Rowan by DQ.
Match of the week.
Oh, yeah. After Rowan attacked Orton with the steps after Bray Wyatt appeared on the screen to just kind of get into, I guess, try to get into Orton's head to make some more idle threats towards him. Moving on. SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos, day one-ish, defeated American Alpha to retain their SmackDown Tag Team titles. Post-match, the Shining Stars, I'm going to call them the Colognes because it just sounds better. Epico and Primo came to the ring dressed in jeans, no shirts, and they proceeded to hit a new move, powerbomb backstabber. Powerbomb backstabber. Two-man double team finisher on Chad Gable, left him laying in the ring. The crowd chanted delete as this was taking place, which was kind of unfortunate.
Yeah.
But moving on. They got a reaction.
Yeah.
So you got to give them credit for that. Following that, Mojo Rawley defeated Jinder Mahal, as Jinder Mahal is also a new member of SmackDown Live. They picked up their rivalry from WrestleMania 33. And because they were in Boston, Grunt was in the crowd. And this time, Jinder went outside the ring and got in Grunk's face, which proceeded to Grunt throwing a drink in Jinder's face, which allowed Mojo the opportunity to hit that running corner fist to knock out Jinder Mahal back inside the ring and get the 1-2-3. And then Mojo Rawley celebrated with Gronkowski. Following that, we got the state of the SmackDown Women's Division. All the current SmackDown women were called to the ring. SmackDown Women's Champion Naomi, Becky Lynch, Natalya, Carmella were all called to the ring. And Shane proceeded to introduce the two newest members of the SmackDown roster. First, Tamina Snuka, who's returning from injury. She's now part of SmackDown Live. And the Queen. That's right.
Yeah.
Charlotte Flair. Woo! 4-time. Woo! 4-time. Woo! 4-time. Woo! 4-time. Woo! Raw Women's Champion. Woo! And just to let us know how the division now shapes up, we got 6 strong women to lead the division. Following that, they showed a quick promo package for Rusev, Lana, and Sin Cara, who are now all a part of SmackDown Live. Then we got Aiden English in the ring, back doing his artist gimmick where he's singing his words and doing things of that nature. Seems like he may be in line for a push now that Simon Gotch is no longer with the company, no more Vaudevillains. And before he can really get going, Ty Dillinger interrupts, and they have a match in which the Perfect 10 defeats English with the tiebreaker. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
5 plus 5.
5 plus 5.
7 plus 3.
7 plus 3.
2 plus 8.
2 plus 8.
1 plus 9.
1 plus 9.
Okay, I'm through.
2 times 5.
There you go.
1 times 10.
11 minus 1.
11 minus 1.
20 minus 10.
20 minus 10. There you go. Cold with the math. Cold with the math. Following that, Dolph Ziggler comes to the ring and says that SmackDown, he's the reason why people watch SmackDown, which leads to Shinsuke Nakamura coming to the ring. He does his entrance, and then Dolph Ziggler kind of plays off like, who are you? I don't know who you are. And Nakamura says, I'm Shinsuke Nakamura. And then Dolph tries to super kick him. Nakamura catches his foot, shoves him on the ground, and then does that thing where he leans.
Come on!
Come on! I love that.
I do too.
It's awesome.
I get ready to do it every time.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I love that. Do it one more time, EJ. One more time.
Come on!
I love it. So that's what we got next.
Come on!
Okay. So that sets up a program between Dolph Ziggler and the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, somewhere down the line. Probably going to be his debut match. Good stuff there. Following that, we got another quick promo package letting us know that The New Day is now also a part of SmackDown Live. They probably won't appear until after Kofi Kingston has healed up from his injury. They probably don't want to come with the 2-man team. They probably want to come a full, strong 3-man team. Mm-hmm. So here in the next couple of weeks, according to each.
Yeah,
next couple of weeks.
Kofi said he'll be out of the commission for a couple of weeks. So maybe by the end of the month.
Okay, cool. So by the time we get to Backlash, we should have The New Day live on SmackDown Live. And then in our main event, AJ Styles defeated Baron Corbin and Sami Zayn to become the #1 contender to Kevin Owens' United States title. And that, folks, was your SmackDown live from Boston, Massachusetts.
Alrighty.
Oh, GTS.
We actually say that now. And it actually makes sense that we're doing an all GTS because they're here.
Yeah, they're here. Welcome.
Our Smack Up, Smackdowner, and the Smack in the Face kicks off with your boy this week. My Smack Up this week, brace yourself, was a Superstar Shakeup.
Okay.
I'm gonna rewind back to Monday. I never felt so weird and out of place watching Raw and watching Raw ever. Like, I felt uncomfortable. I felt like something's not right. This is bogus. I don't like how it's shaping up with the Superstar because you kicked off with two strong superstars jumping brands with The Miz and Dean Ambrose.
Right.
So I was kind of like, okay, we better be getting Seth. We didn't get Seth. I'm like, okay, maybe the club's going to jump ship. They didn't kind of lean on in the way that this club's going to jump ship. I mean, pretty much, Raw wasn't looking too good for SmackDown.
Right.
So, like I said, I went to bed uncomfortable. I even went to bed staring at the ceiling like, what are we going to do? I was actually wondering what was going to happen. And I braced myself, turned on the TV, watched SmackDown. Kicked off with Kevin Owens. I'm like, okay. Then kicked off. Sami Zayn came out later. Okay. Then I like the whole Superstar shakeup with the women's division. Mm-hmm. Got Charlotte. Then on, like I said, not saying I'm putting anybody above Charlotte, but I was happy to see Tamina come back. I like how Shane kind of did the little play that she's a second-generation star. Father's a Hall of Famer. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I love to play on that giant. He played the crowd because they thought it was going to be Sasha, which anyway, because I feel Sasha and Bayley have a setup pretty much right now. Right. Even though WWE pretty much go off script a lot of times and say, fuck what we had planned and start over. Mm-hmm. Or right as you go, as they say. But anyway, I enjoyed that, the women's division has some new interesting matchups that's out there. You know what I'm saying? That's number 2. And then on top of that, this is not the icing that, did everything on the cake, but I like the impact the Shining Stars made on their debut. I mean, they call them Shining Stars tonight, but on SmackDown, but maybe they go back to just being Primo and Epico, because back then, we all know they can wrestle, they're Colognes, you know what I'm saying? But back then, they was a legit tag team, you know what I'm saying? So, I think, we did pretty well. I think we won the shakeup, if you ask me. I understand, Raw still has its superstars, but, we got our New Day. We got Rusev. We got Lana, including, even though she's going to be a female superstar as well. And also on top of that, Sami Zayn. And like I said, the only thing that's a little rain on the parade of the Sami Zayn situation is the fact that him and KO are on the same show right now. But basically, I feel like right now, they're not going to be on the focal point because, obviously, the results of the main event last night. But I feel like, it feels like a new show because, they can go so many different directions with the roster they have. Even with the addition of Jinder Mahal and Aiden English is a singles competitor now. Hopefully they don't put them as a tag team or anything.
Oh, okay.
You know, stupid. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's very interesting. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, I'm glad we got rid of some dead weight. You know, Rhino and Heath Slater and David Otunga. You know,
woo! If anything, that I thought you was gonna say that first.
I mean, Byron
was great last night.
Byron sounded like remind me like I'm like I feel like I'm listening to JR Jared King Lawler, how good the commentator is now compared to what it used to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But and JBL kind of toned down the hill.
Yeah,
you know, he was smiling.
He was a lot more happy and a lot more agreeable.
Yeah,
than he has ever been. Probably.
They said it also. Side note that a lot of fans had signs that said JBL bullied me, so they had to confiscate themselves.
And they chanted.
Yeah,
fire
JBL. Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, but I mean, back to why we were supposed to be here. I mean, I enjoyed Superstar Shakeup. Even though it's a 2-hour show and Raw's a 3-hour show, that show flowed together. It made sense, minus the Bray Wyatt shit, you know what I'm saying, and other things. But like the show flowed. I enjoyed SmackDown last night way more than I enjoyed Raw. Raw was interesting because you didn't know what was going on. Then when Friday was the end of it, I'm like, that's it. That's what we getting left with. You know, it kind of left me with a very, very sour taste in my mouth. But I enjoyed it, and that was my smack up this week.
Okay, I'll speak to that. They took Alexa, man.
Yeah,
they took her.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Alexa, we love you. We still love you.
You got to send a text message now.
I know. I'm gonna send a message by Sterl every week. Just let her know, man. Let her know. But overall, I think it was almost like Raw was like part 1 and SmackDown was part 2. Like it was that cliffhanger. Mm-hmm. Like kind of look at them as like one big ass show. Yeah. The last 2 nights, you know, like because I fell asleep on Raw. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I was back to napping again.
Like
you know, we were in the group
about four or five different rounds though.
Yeah, like y'all probably. I don't think y'all checked on me Monday. Y'all probably knew. I was like, oh, it's 8:03. His ass is gone. And I think it was right around that time. It probably was 8:03. I think I probably lasted maybe 10 minutes in because that was around the time Seth Rollins came out around 8 o'clock, and I think I made it through that. And the rest was pretty foggy.
Yeah,
but I had to go back and watch it, you know. And going out of it, I was like, oh, okay. Well, SmackDown, I was just anxious. I was really anxious to get to Tuesday night. And by the end of SmackDown, I was thoroughly pleased with what we got because now we're going to start off with Nakamura, Dolph Ziggler. We can get Sammy and Nakamura again.
Yeah.
AJ and Nakamura. Because, I mean, he's not going anywhere. AJ's there.
That's the thing.
KO and Nakamura.
That was the main thing.
I mean, Sammy and AJ one-on-one. Just a really good round of matches, singles matches overall. And I guess I'll just let that lead into my
I mean, before you finish, one more thing I was just going to note before we jump off subject of Superstar Shakeup. But like just like you pointed out, it leaves a long list of wrestling matches that we can have. The only thing they have to do and manage well is keeping those people away from each other.
Please.
And making the matches happen when it matters. Right. I don't want to see. Of course, we haven't seen Corbin versus Sami Zayn before. You know what I'm saying? I can't. And then NXT.
NXT. Yeah, we didn't see it in NXT
on the main roster. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We haven't seen that. We haven't seen Ty versus Corbin. You know, Ty Dillinger. We have. I mean, it's a lot.
Ty versus AJ.
Or Dolph versus Dolph versus. I mean, there's so many things they can do now, and like especially with KO in there too as well. So I mean, I just hope that and then take away one more time is that. As far as this World Heavyweight Championship, it kind of like I don't know what the hell they're gonna do with this shit.
Yeah,
because I already know going into Payback, KO is gonna beat Jericho because Jericho's gonna go on tour.
Right.
So that's gonna make KO stay where he is, and Jericho may eventually pop back up on SmackDown, or they want to reopen it
or whatever.
Yeah, or if they want to reopen it feud. But like I said, it's very interesting with that, and like I said. I felt like I said, you said that was part 2, but it felt I had a way better feeling watching that because Raw, it didn't leave me on a good cliffhanger. It left me on the fact that like that was bullshit. I don't care about that's not cool. I don't like what's going on. But like overall, like I said, I feel it's pretty fair that SmackDown benefited the most with the shakeup because like I said, even with the women, man, you got a whole bunch of different matches you can have and never know who may pop up later,
Or who will get the title, or who will be in the feud together, or who's gonna link up and try to take out the rest of the girls, or whatever.
So it was kind of questioning. I was like, Sin Cara, they traded Sin Cara for Kalisto, kind of like, like, if anything, put them back as a tag team, just let them do something. I mean, maybe Kalisto gonna go to 205 Live and
Sin Cara's ass could have went too.
Yeah, I mean, both of them, because he actually didn't declare on Raw a couple months back that he's gonna enter into 205 Live.
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand that, but I mean, he'll probably just be he'll probably fight Ty next week and lose, and then
Sin?
Yeah, Sin Cara, yeah. He'll probably,
I doubt they give him Sin. They probably give him 8 English. Well, no, they gave him 8 English.
He already had 8 English, and nobody else is left. Lower card.
Probably give him Jenner. I mean, I just don't feel they're gonna do that face. I mean, Sin Cara's not a heel unless he take the mask off and go back to what's his name? Hunico, yeah. That'd be dope.
I could go with Hunico.
Yeah.
I mean, just having a random ass masked luchador on SmackDown.
Yeah.
That's like not in the world title picture.
Then you can also think about Almas gonna come up too. I think he's going to SmackDown. Yeah. I dig it.
Yeah.
Started,
and then you put Almas in that pit. We just talked about all the matches. Almas and Sammy.
SmackDown's good.
Oh my God. We can Almas and AJ.
Yes, we can breathe now.
Oh my God.
Things are great.
This is awesome.
I feel good now.
Wow.
Like I said, thank you, SmackDown.
Yes,
y'all helped me. I told you, your boy felt very uncomfortable Monday. I felt like I was like somebody violated me. Like after I watched Raw, I was like, man, this is not right. Like I don't like feeling this way. I even described. I said, I feel uncomfortable watching this. Yeah. Like I'm watching like a sex tape that I'm supposed to be watching or some shit. Like it felt like something I ain't supposed to be looking at.
Yeah.
So anyway,
made you feel dirty.
It did.
Yeah.
I had to take a shower after this shit.
Yeah. Wash that gunk off.
Had to take a bath in tomato sauce. I feel like a skunk as shit.
Tomato. I wanted a reason to say that. Tomato. I don't know what it is. I've been saying that word with a British accent. I think it's like the coolest word. I've been saying it all day. No lie.
Say potato.
Potato. Tomato. I think it's the coolest word to say with a British accent. Because you said like tomato juice or tomato sauce.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Which one? Sauce or juice?
Tomato sauce.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it made me. I was trying to figure out how I could get that word in the podcast.
Speaking of tomato sauce, where's your smack up? Even though that don't make sense, I just wanted to say that.
That was a great segue. Tomato. No, my smack up this week is the tag team division, because now we actually have a strong tag team division.
Yeah.
A division is not just 2 teams and all the rest jobbers. Like, even though Breezango is still there, even though the Ascension is still there, like, we got the New Day, who can instantly come in, challenge the Usos, instantly come in, American Alpha. We got the Shining Stars, who just look like they're just not going to take the shit anymore.
Yeah.
No more
tearing up the flyers.
No more tearing up the flyers. No more Little Bull running out with them. No more, Los Matadores. Yeah. No more of that crap. Like, get in the ring and do what you do best. Primo and Epico.
Bring back Carlito.
The Colognes. Bring back Carlito.
Yeah.
Carlito, Caribbean Cool. Triple C.
Yeah. Damn. Book it. I
mean, tag team division looks great.
Yeah.
Colognes debuted a new finisher. Was that not awesome?
That shit was. I sat up. I'm like, oh shit.
I know, and I mean, he got off the ground.
Yeah.
He didn't wait till
he met him up.
He met him up there on the shoulders. He jumped up there and got him. Like, I'm on the way, bro. He went up there and got him and snatched him down.
Yes, sir.
Powerbomb, backstabber. Oh yeah. Sign me up.
Put that on 2K18.
Sign me up. That's almost as good as the damn Shadow Machine. It wasn't as good as the Shadow Machine on Monday. The Shadow Machine on Monday was probably the greatest Shadow Machine ever.
They folded up Xavier Woods and put him in the top drawer.
The man rolled up on his head. The wrong way. The opposite way.
You made the letter C.
Yeah. Like I rewound my TV like about 7 times. That's Shadow Machine.
You didn't see the gift?
Huh?
Somebody made a gift of it.
I don't think I saw it.
It was an extraordinary wrestling gift.
I need to check it.
Yes, sir.
That's like the most awesome Shadow Machine ever. And they didn't hit some really good ones.
No.
But that one was awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. But overall, I'm still kind of sad that we didn't get the Revival. I mean, that's or DIY. I mean, that's my team. The Revival has been my team since they coined the phrase, no flips, just fists. You know, I've been a fan since the Say Yeah. The first time I heard Say Yeah, I said it. I said it. So
yeah, what they said.
I said it because they said say it, and I said it. But overall, I'm still quite satisfied with the tag team division that we have now, because it doesn't have to be a constant rotation of the same tag teams. You already made mention that Heath Slater and Rhino's asses are gone. Thank you, Raw, for that.
Thank you.
And hopefully they can reboot some of the tag teams that we have, like the Ascension and Breezango, and find something for them to do. We've also lost the Vaudevillains, so I mean that's unfortunate, how it happened. But I mean we've lost the tag team and gained 2 new tag teams, So I'm all for it. Maybe the Ascension can get a reboot.
English is singing again.
Yeah. And I mean I like that.
I did too.
I was a fan of that. And I mean he can go in the ring.
Yes,
he can go. I mean he didn't just get like 20 mini matches, but I mean this can all work. This all can work out. I
actually thought he was going to introduce his new partner or something like that, but it didn't go that way. So I mean, either way it go, I'm good. But like, I used to like the 80 English when he WWE.
Right.
Yeah, that shit was cool.
I'm just glad that that we don't have anybody on the roster like a Big Show or Braun, somebody that they can just hit their music to come out, or Kane. They can just come out and squash people like 8 English.
Kane's running from there.
So I mean, we don't have to worry about those people like Mark Henry, where they just want to give them a moment because they're in their hometown or some shit like that to come out and squash an 8 English or Tyler Breeze or Fandango. Like now, and John Cena's long gone for the time being, so I don't have to worry about that. So right now, 8 English got a chance, like bust through the damn glass, man. Reach up and grab the brass ring if it's available to you. Like, you got a shot. I don't want to see him job into Mojo.
The land of opportunity.
Make something of it. So that was my smack up.
I mean, yeah. I think you said the tag team division.
Yeah, the tag team division.
I thought
the tag team match. I mean,
that's why I thought
I didn't even talk about that.
Yeah.
The tag team match was awesome. I'm not going to talk a lot about it. It was a damn good match.
It was one of those moments once again where you watch the match like, damn, they finna fight again. But then after it ends, like, damn, that was a good ass match. You kind of forget the fact that
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Especially what was it?
The super kick?
Yeah, Gable had the
arm breaker.
Jimmy came on there and super kicked the shit. I was like, oh my God.
Now I will say, Young Bucks. That's a Young Bucks thing.
Yeah,
but it still was dope.
Yeah.
It was still dope. And once again, the last 2 matches these dudes have had, these 4 men have had, just further proves they should have never been left off of WrestleMania. Because I sat through some crap.
Yeah, we did.
I sat through some crap, EJ.
You weren't alone.
We sat through some crap, and that would have been way more entertaining on WrestleMania 33.
I can name about 5 matches that could have took off.
I'm damn sure you can.
Yeah, but overall, I mean, like, that was 2 good smack ups, dude.
Yeah.
So you got to find something that was displeasing to us.
That shouldn't be too hard.
No, it shouldn't be.
So EJ, let's take the turn. You first. Who's your SmackDowner?
My SmackDowner was Randy Orton versus Eric Rowan. Made no sense. It wasn't a match I wanted to see. The storyline is pretty much dead since Bray is on a different brand. And the fact that Bray played a factor in that match when he's supposed to be on the other show made it even dumber. If anything, they should have said, Bray, you have a #1 contenders match. I mean, you have your rematch. So until then, you should remain on SmackDown until after that match. Have him playing sides on both sides. Because if Randy Orton show up Monday on the screen to get in Bray Wyatt head, that's going to be dumb again. Like, it's just, I know we said we want to speak on the dumbness and the booking of and creative of Bray Wyatt's storyline, but like, this match was unnecessary. It would have made even more sense. No, it can't make no sense. Randy Orton should just had a day off because that match did nothing for me. That slowed down the momentum of the show, to be 100% honest. It was other things that slowed it down, but that completely. It's just like when they made this match. I mean, you bring it once again. Last week I brought it up. You brought back Eric Rowan, and he has 2 L's already. What does this do? What's the point of bringing him back? Randy Orton can fight anybody. If anything, like I said, it should have been a handicap match. Luke or something. I mean, something else should have happened. Luke should have paired back up with Eric Rowan. They should become a tag team. Something. Anything but a one-on-one match with Eric Rowan when he's not showing me shit. He's not bringing anything to the table. And the fact that you have your WWE champion fighting somebody that low on the card and it doesn't do anything for either character, it's pointless. But like I said, the main thing I was upset about is the fact that Bray Wyatt showed up. Like I didn't need that. We already know they have a match. We already know y'all title pictures screwed up all the way fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because how the fuck you gonna have the title, all the way? How you gonna have your number one contender? Even though, like I said, you say this all the time in the group. You say it on the podcast. Do they write this shit as soon as they wake up? Like, damn, it's Raw today. This was Bray on Raw. But don't he got a match against Randy Orton?
Shut up! What I want, damn it.
Randy has to look strong. I mean, like, how does this happen? Even with the Chris Jericho, I'm so happy Kevin Owens is on SmackDown, but like, why would you do that? Just put both of them over there on SmackDown so it makes sense. Instead of just sitting there, okay, we're still gonna have these matches at Payback, but whoever wins has to go back to SmackDown. I mean, that's stupid. It's so, and like, I hate having to think. Like I said, I went to bed before they explained it. I went to bed thinking about how the fuck can this work? And like I said, eventually they came up with a solution, and it's still done. But that was my SmackDown. Anything you want to add on to that? Because obviously it's not a hot tag.
Well, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not, because I've already released that. I released it last week.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to even talk about it. All I'm going to say is that I 100% agree with everything you said, sir. And you made a great point. I will say, how does this motherfucker, and I'm saying this about Bray Wyatt, how does this guy have time to look at Finn Balor? How? How does he have time to focus on Finn Balor? And that's it. That's all.
Which was, I mean, I know.
It's muddy. It's muddy, and I don't want to even put my. I didn't even like last night. I was watching it. I was watching it last night, and I literally was just waiting for it to be over so I could get on with the rest of my life.
Yeah,
because I that is how unconnected to this I am. I could care less about the WWE title. I could care less about Orton. I could care less about Bray. I could care less about Eric Rowan. I could care less about all of it. If you're involved in this storyline, to hell with you.
Yeah.
I care less. I'm just waiting for that shit to blow over, to wash down the toilet, to flush it because it's shit, to get it out of my presence. I don't want to deal with it.
And I don't want to stomp on your toes. I mean, obviously, I probably know where your SmackDown is probably going, maybe. Well, no,
I don't think you do.
Well,
this is going to be a shock.
Well, the thing is upsetting with me is that SmackDown still has the WWE title for now.
Yeah.
And they also have the United States title.
Yeah.
But yet, we also brought up AJ's older rematch for the title. But yet, he's satisfied with being the number one contender for the United States title.
Hold it thought.
See, I felt like I was going to kind of tap on your toe a little bit. I didn't want to do this. So, J.Fields. Let's go
Smart man.
on the show.
Smart man.
Yeah. What is your SmackDown this week?
My SmackDown this week was the triple threat main event.
Mm-hmm.
AJ Styles, Baron Corbin, Sami Zayn.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a couple moments ago, you mentioned how people need to be kept apart.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think you got a lot of money matches. You got a lot of big pay-per-view main events. You got a lot of potential feuds that could be interesting. I did see something last night that I kind of liked. I'm going to book it here in a moment. But AJ Styles and Sami Zayn should not have been forced into a match as soon as the man got to the show. What those two men can do in the ring is so amazing, separate, apart from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Only imagine what they can do one-on-one in a feud that matters.
Mm-hmm.
That's about something.
Oh, my God. I had to change pants.
Now, the fact of the matter is that was the match good? Damn right. Damn good match. But what it's leading to, and the fact that I had to get it, I feel like SmackDown gave it away way too early.
My man.
Because now I've seen them touch. And now it's going to take something else to bring that about again. Mm-hmm. Some other rationale, some other reason, some other narrative, some other story to be told on why these two dudes are fighting. I don't want to see that. Mm-hmm. That's like putting Nakamura and AJ in a match last night on SmackDown. Way too damn soon. You need to let this thing build. You need to let it simmer. You need to let it become something. Let it fester up a little bit. You trying to pop this bump, and the junk is barely even showing on the skin.
Right. It's a mold, right?
It's not even ready to be bust. Wait till that thing get ripe. Wait till it get ripe and it's festering and the white pus is ready to come out. This is gross. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is.
Wait until it's ready. And you'll know.
Wait till the microwave goes off.
That's right. You'll know when it's ready.
You hear that ding.
You'll know when it's ready. You'll know. You just give it some time. Mm-hmm. But you don't start messing with it and picking at it just because I have a bump. No, you wait until that thing get ready. And they didn't. AJ Styles, Sami Zayn, anywhere, any other independent promotion is a main event, co-main event, sub-main event. It's not an opening match anywhere in America, anywhere in the world, any continent, period. Planet. That's a main event match. You don't give us that in a triple threat and throw Baron Corbin in there. Now, did Corbin hold his own? Damn right. He held his own with Dolph Ziggler and AJ. Mm-hmm. But that was totally different. Yeah. Totally different. Because we had seen all three of them, with the exception of AJ and Corbin, we had seen them all mix it up before. Right. We had seen AJ and Dolph. We had seen Dolph and Corbin. Yeah. We've seen Corbin and Sami. Mm-hmm. Honestly, it could have been left at that. But, of course, with KO coming out bragging about how it was his show, we knew we was going to get AJ. Right. It was just too soon for all of that. Right. KO could have said his piece, left the ring. Sami could have made his entrance somewhere else in the night, or KO could have been backstage and Sami could have walked by. Yeah. A couple different things they could have done.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, like what are you doing here type of thing. Sami's music hit, he still gets the same pop. He comes out for a match. He defeats Tyler Breeze.
Even if he fought Corbin one-on-one, we still, right. I think the main thing, I mean, not trying to step on your toes.
You good.
But the main thing you're focused on is AJ and Sami should have been in their ring together at that moment. Right. Just like it kind of reminded me, and like I said, I'm gonna let you finish, when CM Punk and Daniel Bryan got in the ring on Monday Night Raw. That was special. Yeah. That would easily could have been a WrestleMania main event. Bar none. That's probably still one of the matches I hate that we didn't get at WrestleMania before. Right. But that's how special that is. And I don't feel like, the crowd really appreciated what was going on last night when that stare down happened between AJ and Sami. Right. Like, that was a big moment. And for WWE to give that away too early, that was premature. Like, we should have had to wait for that moment.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and they weren't gonna, AJ and Sami weren't gonna go out and just give a piss poor match. Right. Just to say, well, we got more left in the tank. They gave a damn good match like they always do. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, yes, there's some other things that they can do in a one-on-one match, given more time, and there's some other spots and things that they can recreate and have moments like that. But the fact that I've already seen them, I've seen the Pele, I've seen a running haluva, I've seen this between them. I've seen their sequences between each other. AJ hit the combo with the back fist and then the kick to the leg and then the clothesline and all stuff like that. Saw the Pele, the Blue Thunder Bomb. That was awesome. Yeah. Like, he spent AJ around like a basketball on his finger. Like, we've seen it and it was really good. Like, they sold for each other. They it was good energy. Mm-hmm. But I didn't want that. Yeah. Now I know there are probably a population of people that's saying, like, why is AJ in the United States title hunt right now? But from the way it looks like SmackDown's not gonna have a main title except for the US title. The same as it was when Brock had the Universal title and John Cena had the United States title. It looks like we're about to go back into that again. Like when Brock had the not the Universal, but when Brock had the WWE title when he beat Cena, and then he went away, came back for a match, won, went away, came back for Royal Rumble, went away, WrestleMania, then he's, Yeah. So it's gonna be some gaps. And with SummerSlam being, what you got? You got May, June, July, August, you got 4 months. Mm-hmm. And Brock will probably only have one match between now and SummerSlam defending the title. So if the title's coming to SmackDown, the United States title is the only one that we're going to have if Bray beats Orton, which hopefully he does. And that's all I'm going to say about it. But hopefully he does, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
I actually think he's not. I
don't think he is either. I said hopefully.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, I'm not going to be surprised. Honestly, told you a minute ago, I don't give a shit. But I still have a hope that he wins because it's still an ugly-ass storyline that they fucked up. So,
I mean, I'm sorry, like I said, we spoke on this last week, but, I mean, Bray just has to lose. I mean, it's
But he's going to get into a feud with Finn and lose, too?
I mean, that's how they do it. Oh. I mean, why should we?
Am I caring again?
Kind of a little bit.
Let me stop myself.
Take a step back.
Let me step myself.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like, it's kind of like that's just what he's known for. Losing in pay-per-views, losing the big matches, losing when it counts. I mean, like, we shouldn't get invested feeling like they're going to get it right now. It's dumb. And I feel like that's what they're going to try to do. But at the same time, I feel like, Orton's going to win and he's going to stay where he is on SmackDown. And they're probably going to open up a feud with Orton and whoever. And I mean, like I said, it just doesn't make. I know you say it's going to go back to the way where we're going to have the United States Championship and the tag and the women's. You know what I'm saying? That's all we're going to have. But, I mean, they can't. I mean, I don't know, man. I just don't feel like they can go down that road.
And this just further adds to the point that they messed up their titles. Mm-hmm. They messed up all their titles, with the exception of the tag team titles on both brands.
Mm-hmm.
With the exception of the tag team titles. Their singles titles, every singles title for the men is screwed right now, with the exception of the cruiserweight. They shouldn't have never took the Universal title out of KO to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
That was mistake number one. Then mistake number two, they should have never took the title off Bray at WrestleMania. Mistake number two. KO has the United States title. Mistake number three.
Mm-hmm.
Dean Ambrose didn't finish his feud for the Intercontinental title with Baron Corbin. Mistake number four. This shakeup has only made the title picture that much more messed up across the mid-card and the main titles, the Universal and the WWE. It's horrible because Bray wins the title, then he has to instantly fight Finn. Then KO just came to SmackDown, and they're already going to throw him in the ring with AJ.
Right.
I don't want to see that yet.
And that ain't happening until May. Probably, mid-May or something.
Probably. I don't even think they're doing monthly pay-per-views this year.
Well, Backlash is in May this year.
Right.
And this month is
Payback.
Payback.
So we won't get AJ and KO until Payback. And then to Backlash. Right. To Backlash. So that's a month out.
Yeah.
And actually probably a little bit more than that. That's like a month and some change out.
Yeah.
So because Backlash is the night after the takeover, and that's almost the end of May.
The 20th.
The 19th.
Backlash is gonna be on the 20th.
And Backlash is on
Takeover's on 19th. Yeah.
Okay, so that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just messy.
Yeah, I mean, like I told you, I was trying to figure out the whole time how can this work, especially with the main thing you brought up is like the singles title, because I'm like, all the titles are tied up in a feud, but the feud now is on different brands.
Right.
And you're still going to benefit where we're going to have this match. I mean, why are we having a SmackDown title match at Payback? I understand that he's on Payback. I mean, like, it doesn't make sense.
But that's Vince McMahon's fault because he's the one that decided to shake things up again.
Yeah.
And by him shaking things up again, he didn't confuse the hell out of everybody. And he didn't piss me off quite a bit.
Yeah.
And then the fact that you constantly pandering and ass kissing to people that's already been there.
Yeah.
Orton's been there. Cena's been there. Brock's been there. But you rather just give your titles to them while everybody else is just fighting for nothing. Fighting for nothing.
Putting on great matches.
Great matches for nothing.
It's dumb.
And you got a part-timer with one title, and you got a guy that's already had the title 13 fucking times. Help me.
I can't.
Help me.
I can't. I'm ready to move on. Because we getting back into caring about Bray.
But it's only that's a small care because it's more so about all the titles.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's all more about. I don't care. I don't care. Tomato. So let's move on. So EJ, what was the thing on SmackDown Live this week?
Speaking of things that I don't care about, my smack in the face I'm sorry to cut you off. But my smack in the face. So why the fuck we giving Mojo Rawley a push?
Why? Hot tomato. Hot tag, goddammit.
Why?
Why
are we doing this?
Why?
Or why are we repeating WrestleMania?
Why?
I mean,
I'm ready. I'm on the edge of the apron.
Okay.
Come on.
Let me get a couple kicks in.
Nakamura, come on.
Come on.
Let's go.
I mean, no reaction with the crowd. I didn't hear a reaction when he came out, right? I mean, it wasn't.
When Mojo came out?
Yeah, it wasn't huge.
No.
Nothing. Okay.
Nobody cared.
Jinder Mahal came out. Okay, no reaction.
Yeah.
This is another match.
Yeah.
That I don't care about.
Right.
Because we basically seen it at WrestleMania. But then, sidebar, you have Gronk out there. I'm like, oh shit, I know where this is going. And I guess I was building it up like I was gonna get detail about the match. Match was shit. I didn't care about it. But why are we doing this? Why? Why are we getting behind Mojo?
I'm not behind Mojo. Are you behind Mojo?
No.
Okay.
I'm not beside him, not in front of him, not on top, not below. Pause. I'm not on none of that shit. Why is this machine getting behind Mojo? What makes us, when you have, we just pointed out in the shake-up at the beginning of the show, you have so many interesting characters. But yet, we're going to focus, I don't see what they see. I just don't see it. I'm done with it. Hot tag, I'm going to let you get in because you ready.
I'm ready. Thank you.
You got your
I felt like I cut you short. Was there anything?
No. I just wanted to speak that was the thing I pissed me off. So proceed.
If nothing else, SmackDown Live tickets were purchased months ago for the SmackDown Live in Boston, Massachusetts on April the 11th.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that storyline that you did at WrestleMania, you could have just done the bastard last night. And then we could have had a different Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. Mm-hmm. If nothing else, more than that. This is stupid. So this man wins a Battle Royal, and he's not going to even try to test himself against anybody that fucking matters.
Right.
Nothing against gender. You're dieting more than everybody else. You're working out harder than everybody else. You got one of the best physiques, according to you. So, hey, you cool, gender. Don't get me wrong. You're not there yet, but you cool. I see your progress, brother. But you win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. It's supposed to be elevate. It's supposed to elevate you. So why don't you challenge AJ Styles? You're gonna get your ass kicked, but why don't you challenge him? Put on a decent match with the phenomenal one. Mm-hmm. Hell, new United States champion on the show. Mm-hmm. That was his moment right there. Why don't you come out, make an impact against the United States champion, and get your ass kicked again? Because you're not good enough. But why don't you just make an impact, put on a decent match with somebody that's up there? You just won this Battle Royal.
Or challenge the person who won the Battle Royal the year before you, Baron Corbin.
Or challenge the previous year's winner, Baron Corbin. It writes itself, people. The fact that I'm having to watch this slow build for something that I don't want. It's like me watching beans boil. You cooking beans. And I'm forced to sit there and watch them. I don't want no fucking beans. But I'm sitting there watching them be prepared, knowing that somebody's getting ready to heave a spoonful of beans on my plate and say, here you go, bon appetit. I don't want that. Mojo Rawley is beans. That's my figurative language. That's my figure of speech comparison of what Mojo Rawley means in my wrestling world. He's beans. I don't want him. And I damn sure don't want Gronk because he serves no purpose. So I understand it's the off season. You didn't get the chance to play in the Super Bowl. You got a ring. You're part of the Super Bowl champs. I get it. But I really don't want any of it. I don't like the Patriots. Not a fan of Gronk. Never liked Mojo Rawley. at any point, from his NXT time when he was out of shape and fat, running to the ring halfway out of breath. I didn't like him when he was a singles. I didn't like him when he was a hype bro. I didn't like him after the Ryder got hurt and he tried to go on a singles push.
You like the little backstage promo he did one time, though.
I gave him credit for a promo. But I think I gave Titus O'Neil credit for commentary one time. On commentary. I said Titus O'Neil was entertaining on commentary the night he was talking about the wash rag with Jerry Lawler. This shit was funny to me. But either way, I digress. That's not why we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Mojo Rawley is not important to SmackDown. And in consideration of the fact that we don't have a main title, or we're probably not going to have a main title, he damn sure not going to be a United States champion. So why don't you just say, I won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. I want to test myself against SmackDown's best and start putting him against top talent. Knock him down a couple pegs. At least give the people a chance to get behind him. Because I'm not going to give a shit if he's fighting Tyler Breeze, Fandango, Jinder Mahal, and all these other, the Ascension and singles. I'm not going to care about it. Ever. They dropped the thing with him and Ziggler. Ziggler's moved on to greener pastures. He's getting ready to take on Nakamura.
Yep.
Why in the hell is our Andre the Giant Battle Royal winner? Because after Baron Corbin won, he got to push.
Yeah.
He got to push. Fought everybody. Since he's been on SmackDown. Fought everybody. Mojo Rawley's still curtain jerker. Bathroom break. Change the channel. He's beans, everybody. He's beans.
Not baked beans, not refried beans.
Not baked beans, not green beans, because I fuck with those.
I fuck with refried
He's the lima beans, the northern beans, the white beans,
pinto beans.
The pinto beans, the black beans. Don't like those either.
No.
He's bean dip. Don't fuck with that either.
He's the black jelly bean.
He's the black licorice jelly bean.
Gross.
We don't want it. Leave it in the bag. Leave it in the bag. We don't want it. That's all I got.
That's a very interesting review we just gave there.
I know.
And that would do it for the review. So let's get down with these near falls. I got one.
Okay.
My near falls, I think we kind of touched base on that when talking about the shakeup, but it is the women's division. The little segment, you know what I'm saying, as far as what's coming next for the women's division, the different matches they may have. Charlotte versus Naomi. Naomi versus Tamina.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte versus Natalya again. Naomi versus Becky. Charlotte versus Becky. I mean, the list goes on. They can do so much.
Right.
Carmella, I ain't gonna leave her out. Carmella versus...
She's capable of a good match.
Carmella versus whoever. Mm-hmm. Any one of those people. I mean, I just feel, because I think as it was going on, people was in the group, on the group thread, pretty much saying thinking SmackDown thought Raw was getting the best of the women. They got Alexa Bliss, Mickey. Mm-hmm. They still had Charlotte at the time,
right?
And they still had Sasha and Bayley, because
and Nia,
and Nia. You know what I'm saying? They had all these people, and it seemed like SmackDown was probably gonna get the short end of the stick because I didn't know once people appeared on Raw that they was gonna reappear. On SmackDown.
You thought once you saw them that they were stuck on Raw.
Right.
Yeah.
So it would have made a bigger mystery if they did it in that aspect as far as leaving people off the show. Mm-hmm. It didn't make them show up, but they didn't do it that way. That's another reason I was confused. But anyway.
Maybe next year we'll have a better understanding.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't do it again.
Because they said because I remember before the shakeup even started, they said it was gonna be a trade.
Right.
So I thought we was gonna get the actual trade during the show. They was gonna show it. So anyway, but the women's division looks promising. I mean, they didn't have to get to a big ass scrap at the end of it, and it's pretty much okay, I see y'all.
We're here, and next week we're kicking this thing off.
And the storyline between Naomi and Tamina can write itself too. Hey, we used to be down, blah blah blah, but I'm coming for the title.
Right.
I'm back. I'm re-energized.
We're family.
Yeah.
No marriage.
Yeah, I mean anything. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's looking good.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add?
I like the fact that each woman on our show has a defined character and a defined role. Nobody's like, what the hell are you doing here?
Right.
Like everybody, you got the Queen, you got the Savage, Tamina, you got the athletic, glow-in-the-dog champion, Naomi, you got the rocker, our Irish rocker, the last kicker.
Yep.
You got the Princess of Staten Island,
Got the
with Ellsworth. You got the technician and the weird cat lady with Natalia.
Mm-hmm.
You got all these different components, you know, and like that can make for some really good feuds, I think.
Yeah.
And for some good matches. So the storylines, because I mean, you know, up until WrestleMania, the women had some really good story, some good narratives anyway. You know, you had Nikki Bella and Carmella, their feud. Then you had Becky and Eva Marie until they took her off TV. You know, we had some good narratives. You had Alexa and Becky, the La Luchador. Yeah, you had all of that. So I mean, it's just really good stories among the women. That was interesting as well. Not just always in ring, but some extra stories to go behind it. So I think that if they keep that pace going and they don't get locked into one thing and it goes for too long, I think we'll be good. That's what
Raw still has Alicia Fox and Summer Rae.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know people are saying, like, what about Alicia Fox and Summer Rae on the group? Like, why didn't they throw them on there? I'm like, I like it. I mean, like I said, it's a 2-hour show.
Right.
We can't have a big roster of women. Then, like I said, also Lana coming up. And like I said, Lana been working a lot of NXT live events, you know,
right.
and single match. So hopefully she come in and do a thing. You know, with Lana's, I'm Lana's biggest fan in WWE. Like,
right.
That's my Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
In your eyes, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, hopefully she gets some things going. She looks good, you know, in the ring. And they just don't base it on looks, hopefully. But I think, you know, they wouldn't put her in the ring on SmackDown.
Right.
You know, if she's not in a good position to actually, you know.
And she works hard. From what I follow her, you know, we follow on Instagram, follow on, you know, Twitter, and, you know, Facebook and things like that. And, like, she does a lot of working out. Right. She does a lot of in-ring work. She's got some kickboxing, some, I won't say MMA training, but she's got some martial arts training.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's got some type of background in that as well. And then, like I said, she's extremely athletic in that sense. I think it's just her getting down. I think she's working more on getting down the wrestling part.
Right. Putting it all together.
Putting it all together with the athleticism and the kickboxing and things like that she has under her in her repertoire. Adding that to, you know, who she is in the ring, who she'll be in the ring, based on what her style will be when she gets in the ring. You know, right. So I think it's all gonna fit together nicely.
All right.
You know.
Anything you want to touch base on?
I think I'm good, man. I don't think I really had one. Ty Dillinger is my guy.
Yeah.
Like
over.
And I mean, like, once he's cleared out all that low-ranked talent, we're gonna start to see Ty Dillinger. I mean, you talk about 15, 14, 16-year veteran.
Mm-hmm.
And you got other guys that's been doing it 16, 15, 14 years. He's been doing this as long as your Kevin Owens, as long as your Sami Zayn, as long as your AJ Styles. He's crisp in the ring.
Yeah.
I mean, like, this is it. With him being on SmackDown, he should be able to get right up there with them in no time flat and put on some damn great matches.
And we're going to see the build of him. His character going is just going to constantly escalate. I mean, like I said, he's going to have to cross paths, just like you said, with those top tier guys, you know what I'm saying? Right. So, I mean, I would love a program with him and KO. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
I mean, like I said, it'd been cool to see him thrown in that triple threat match instead of AJ. AJ could feel focused on the WWE title maybe or anything, but like, you know, we already talked about that. But I mean, yeah, Ty's going to be, I mean, he's a big time player. We've been wanting him to be on there probably about a year now, you know what I'm saying? And now he's finally there. And like I said, did they even admit or say anything about, like, is this the end of the shakeup? Like, is it done completely?
I surely hope so.
I mean, like
I don't think I can go another 2 weeks.
Nah, I can't either, man. I mean, hopefully nothing else happens. I mean, because I didn't even get to watch 205 live yet, so I ain't know if somebody showed up on there or something, anything different, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I mean, like I said, once again, I feel like we benefited the most. Like I said, I think with that 2-hour window we have for the show, like, we don't have a lot of wiggle room just to throw anything out there, even though this week we did throw possibly 2 matches.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say possibly. 2 matches that I can care less if it wasn't on the show. He could have just gave the other match more time, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or gave the women a match, you know what I'm saying? Because the women didn't wrestle.
And where the hell is Luke Harper?
Exactly.
Once again, I shouldn't have to ask every other week, where's Luke Harper?
Yeah.
I shouldn't.
No.
Too freaking talented. You could have gave me Harper and Rowan. Would have been a better match.
Exactly. And I mean, it would have made sense.
Yeah. You could have gave me that.
Why are we saying never mind.
And if we're talking about the tag, now that was my smack up, the tag team division. Harper and Rowan in that tag team division. Oh my God.
Because rematch with the Usos. We know how much
American Alpha. The New Day. I mean, these are matches that we become accustomed to out of them. They were a good tag team.
Yeah.
And they was able to mask Rowan's sloppiness and inability to really carry a match.
Right.
So think about it. Think about it, WWE. Just think about it. Get back to me.
But that's it for the Near Falls. Anything on your mind?
Yeah. A little bit. Hey, what about you? I'll ask you first.
I'm kind of open to the idea of whatever you want to talk about.
Okay.
We're at 65 minutes in, so we can spend about 5 to 10 minutes on something.
Okay. Well, you've heard about some of the people that are probably going to be signed. Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole,
Leo Rush,
Donovan Dijak. We just got back Drew Galloway. Let's talk about the state of NXT. Where we see NXT.
That's a good conversation.
Where we see NXT headed. We got a lot of talent already there. Got some talent moving on to the main roster. You just told me about almost going up. Yeah. Potentially here in the near future. The Drifter just went up. Ty Dillinger just went up. Nakamura just went up. Let's start with the women. Okay. What happens with the women's division in your opinion?
Honestly, like I said, I know a lot of people are speculating, thinking that Asuka's going to get caught up, on SmackDown or something or on Raw, but I didn't see it coming. I just feel like it's still, like I said, even though WWE is known for doing dumb things where storylines are not finished, but I don't think Triple H would allow that storyline with her and Ember Moon to just sit there and say, no, it wasn't doing nothing, picking up steam. So I feel like, they still have some things to do on this show. So as far as the women, the women division right now, in my eyes, is still kind of a little, stale. Not saying like it's bad, but like it's like not exciting because you only have these 2 top superstars you're staring at. That's Ember Moon and Asuka. Everybody else kind of like floating, but they got some talent down there because they got, Bianca down there, Binky. They got Liv Morgan, and, even Peyton and my mind's Billy Kay.
The iconic duo.
You know what I'm saying? They got some talent down in that field, but like it's nothing like it was when you had the 4 horsewomen and the other people coming up around them, But it's a good show filler. It's not gonna fall out. It's not gonna top like main event like a pay-per-view or takeover like it used to right now. But the women they're kind of
they got establishment, and then we got the women's tournament coming up. Yeah. So maybe some of those women, of those well-known women, will get a chance to start with NXT.
Will it just be indie girls and NXT women, or
hopefully it's a blend of everybody because you got women there that you're not using, and I think it'll be a good move. At one point, Alicia Fox was in NXT,
I remember.
And she was main roster, but she came back to NXT to determine who was going to be the first NXT champion. And she, went through the tournament.
Natalya did too.
And Natalya did as well. So, if they use this tournament to kind of reintroduce who they have and then to bring in their new talent, and then they got some women already lying in wait to just come up. They just hadn't put them up on the main roster yet and give them that debut yet, So, hopefully, tonight we get a new NXT. They're going to start. This is not one of those live shows from like TakeOver that they take before TakeOver. Right. This is going to be the first of the tapings. And I haven't read any spoilers, so I'm actually going to go into it, fresh mind, ready to see what they do. So I think that you're right. They couldn't have moved Asuka because Asuka can't. She just turned heel. She just heel. And you can't turn a person heel and then snatch them away like that.
Right. And
then put them in a whole nother. You can't take a great white cannot just take over the ocean and you take the great white out and say, I need you to go over to this ocean and do that.
Go to this lake over here.
Go over this lake, go to this river over here and, do that. You got to let that shark, start to really dominate. in that role, you know, before you try to do anything to it. You know?
Yeah,
so.
just far as them, that's how I feel about them. But like the main roster, I mean, like the main title, that shit is wide fucking open. And I mean, you have your champion, Bobby Roode. You have Roderick Strong. You have Aleister Black.
Yeah.
You have.
Oh my God, that's my guy.
How many times have you watched the entrance?
Every time I think about it. I got it
on my phone now. I mean, the theme song, but like the entrance was just crazy. I mean, you got all these type of names, these people.
Cass is on.
I mean, you know, I ain't meaning like I ran out of people. I just started naming. I just named like that main title picture is great right now. And the tag team division is still interesting because, like I said, we didn't get DIY right now. You know what I'm saying? But you still got other talented people that what's their heavy machinery.
I don't like them. You
don't? Well, you got them.
They're there.
But you got Sanity still.
Yeah, you got Sanity.
You even got Eric Rowan. Not Eric Rowan. Sorry. So sorry. Eric Young, who could possibly be in the number one contenders match for the main title. You know what I'm saying?
You got Killian Dane. I mean, like big. I mean, and on the Indies, he's pretty big shit.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of like a backup guy. He's like a Luke Harper.
Yeah.
To like Bray Wyatt, but I mean, with Eric, of course, being Bray Wyatt, but I mean, Killian Dane is the deal. And
you got all these type of people, but then also you incorporate. They got my boy Drew Galloway back.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre. He's back. Drew McIntyre now. And more. I mean, I'm not saying spoilers, but they're going to elevate him already into the focus of the main title,
right,
for NXT. So you have a program with him and Rude possibly in the future. I mean, you got Hideo coming back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so many things going. I mean, like it's getting back to that feel where when Kevin Owens and Finn and Sammy, all them was there at the same time.
Joe came in.
I mean, it's getting back to that time. You know what I'm saying? Where it was very like must see every Wednesday, like live. I don't care if it's taped or what. Like I'm finna watch the jump when everybody else watches. So I can feel the same way everybody else do. So I'm feeling real good about NXT now.
Yeah. I agree. And my hope, we talked about this a little bit in the iHeart Wrestling page, but my hope, because now the word is that Kyle O'Reilly is probably most certainly going to sign with WWE. He's been losing matches on the Indies, kind of putting guys over. So normally when you're on the Indies and you're putting guys over, you're about to make the big jump to another company. And the only place for him to go is, at this point, WWE. I really don't think he's going to be successful, though. And the reason why I say it is because of just the people that we just named. Plus, how do you fit the type of person that he is, the type of character, the type of wrestler that he is into all of it? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, you got so many different styles of wrestlers already. Where does he fit into that? It like the NXT title picture could already be crammed. You put Kyle O'Reilly in there, and that makes it a little weird. But you take an Adam Cole and put him in there, he fits right in. You take a Mike Bennett. Nobody's talking about Mike Bennett right now.
Or Maria too. I forgot.
Or Maria, you know, and I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, that they go on and sign with WWE. Because if you like Miz and Maurice, Maria and Mike Bennett are just as great, if not greater.
I know Maria taking super kicks. I saw that shit the Young Bucks did.
Triple super kick.
Yeah.
I mean, like Maria, if you remember Maria from way back in the WWE early days, forget everything you saw from Maria. Maria is a great character in professional wrestling. And she brings out the best in Mike Bennett, and her being with Mike Bennett, it's elevated her, it's elevated him. Like Mike Bennett could be an Intercontinental champion, maybe even someday a world champion. He's that good. Yeah. He's that good. So, I mean, right now, the two people that I want to see come, and I think they'll be able to fit into the roster, NXT or main roster, either one, Mike Bennett and Maria, and Adam Cole. Yeah. Those are my two free agents that I want to see come in. Right. You know. And I mean, Aleister Black, I mean, he's there now. And I mean, Roderick Strong, they ain't even tapped into Roderick Strong yet.
Right. Yeah, that's why that's why I've been waiting for. Not saying that he hasn't been giving me lackluster matches, but like y'all build him up so much. And like I'm saying, I'm not doubting y'all build, but like I'm like, dude can have a way better match than he's having right now. Yeah. And like I said, he had a good pairing with Almas and whatever, but like I feel like there's something more in there.
They hadn't tapped into it yet. They have not. When I tell you that they have not tapped into, like, I'll even go as far to say that they haven't really even tapped into Austin Aries yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They hadn't even tapped into him yet. Of course, he's 205 Live, and the rumor has it that Aleister Black is not going to be with NXT for long.
Yeah,
they're going to go and move him to
main roster
to 205.
Aleister Black?
Yeah,
that motherfucker like 6'7" or some shit.
And he ain't that tall.
He looked tall as hell on TV.
Yeah, he looks because I mean you gotta think about it, the way that they had him sit up and stuff. Like he looks larger than life because of the camera angles, but he's not a big guy. He's like a who can I compare him to? He's like a bigger Seth Rollins. He's like a Dean Ambrose. He's like Dean Ambrose.
He looked
muscles.
He just looked
muscles.
I guess he's standing next to Almas. Almas pretty short too. But yeah.
He's not a really big guy. I mean, he's limber. Mm-hmm. He's tall, kind of. He's not lanky, but he's limber. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those types. But like, those are the people that you gotta. I think there are people that you gotta protect, and I think he's one of those people you gotta protect. And like, he can't be taking losses, unnecessary losses. He needs to be having really good matches with people, and then if he gets beat, okay. But I mean, I think Raw and SmackDown, honestly, like once they stop giving the titles to people that shouldn't get them, and that's all 4 titles. That's the U.S., the Intercontinental, the World title, and the Universal title. Once they stop giving those titles to these part-timers and people that's already been to the top of the mountain, they'll have a damn good show from NXT, Raw, and SmackDown, because Roderick Strong and Nakamura, if you hadn't seen that match before, YouTube it. Damn good match. And let's not forget, in the next 2 years, Jay Lethal. You got to get him in there.
Yeah.
There's nowhere else for him to go. Next 2 years, Shibata, Okada, Omega. You better start making room for these guys.
Yeah.
Because that's where wrestling is going. Randy Orton is boring as shit right now.
I told you. I mean, I'm sorry.
You did.
I almost got excited.
He's boring as shit right now. I'll pay to see all those guys we just named wrestle each other night in and night out more than I want to see Randy Orton hit an RKO. Roman Reigns hit a Superman punch again and again and again. 32 spears right after that.
I mean, you can basically say that the Indies are taking over wrestling right now.
And that's what we want to see. That's how it should be. And Vince McMahon needs to go on step into it. You can still have your monsters. You can still have your bronze. You can still have your big casses somewhere mixed in. But don't you take away from your indies. Because when you gave the ball to your indies before, when you gave it to Jericho, when you gave it to Guerrero, when you gave it to CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, they led you somewhere.
Yep.
It led you somewhere. When you gave it to Seth, he held it down. AJ Styles showed up, he held it down. They ain't even tapped on the main roster. They ain't even tapped into Samoa Joe yet.
Nope.
They ain't even tapped into it yet.
They pairing them like the match. Like NXT does a great job of making like it not be about face and heel. It just be about like, I'm better than you and I'm better than you. So I feel like, with Joe right now, he has to play that heel that, gets help, or has to play that heel that
jump you,
or has to do something dirty. No, he can just be that dude that
badass that's in the ring.
I'm the destroyer.
Yeah,
point blank. Same with KO. I mean, like KO, when he came up to the main roster, it made him play this scary heel. But when he's in NXT, he'll run out the ring. I don't feel like fighting right now, but I'm gonna kick your ass when I get in there. So now they got him. Oh, what are you doing? I don't want to fight you no more. Oh, I'm a little scared, and I'm gonna get started. Shit like But yeah, Indies is where it's at right now.
Let's not even forget about Neville.
Oh, they better not fuck it up.
Oh, I will say this. Nope, I'm not. Because then I'd be carrying. I'm just clicked in my mind. It's totally off the wall though. Tomato. Bo Dallas and Bray Wyatt on the same show.
I know. I thought about it.
And I'm done with it. And the Shield is all back reunited for the time being. I'm done though. That's all I got. I swear I'm not gonna say anything else about that guy again. That
will do it for our GTS podcast this week. I hope y'all enjoyed that show because I enjoy recording it. It just felt good.
It's refreshing.
That was a feel-good show.
A nice cold cup of water to the face.
Yeah. On a hot summer day.
You've been cutting grass, washing the car, walking the dog. Cold cup of water in the face.
So, Check out 1515 Now for other content, other podcasts, such as RBU, which we both checked out finally. We can actually say it was a great show once again.
Yeah, we had checked it out before we recorded.
Yeah.
Normally I don't listen to it until after I'm leaving. But this is a damn good show, fellas. Damn good show. Sterl, you are a funny guy.
Yeah.
Funny guy.
What you say? Talking about he would take Titus O'Neil instead of Roman Reigns.
For a mouse.
Yeah, a mouse. A mouse. Just a mouse running around SmackDown Live. Yeah.
And you take back everything he said against Titus O'Neil. I was like,
yeah,
that's crazy.
That's real.
That's crazy. And I didn't even know he felt that way.
I didn't know it was that. I mean, I knew it was that deep for Titus, but when he said that, that's when you know.
But I mean, he said it about Roman though. Anybody but Roman. I didn't know you felt that way, Sterl.
Sterl feels how Roman feel about Roman. I feel about Cena.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty much similar.
Yeah.
Because I hate the guy.
I didn't know it ran that deep.
Honestly, like I didn't know it ran that deep until the past podcast.
Yeah.
So to hear what we talk about, check that out. Check out NWT, check out Equal Opposite, check out Studio Flow, check out Lace 'em Up, check out Mac and D, check out The Rundown, check out all that stuff. Click on the Amazon link to support the site. Easter coming up, buy some Easter stuff. I was gonna say Easter ship, but I still end up saying it, so it's that stuff. Buy some Easter stuff, eggs and all that type of stuff. Mother's Day coming up. You know, get the head start, jump on that.
Get a basket for your girl.
Yep.
Get a basket for your kid.
Buy me some baby stuff.
Buy some baby stuff.
Yep. Because I'm finna have a baby. This is your boy EJ the King.
It's your guy J.Fields.
And we out this beach. Holla.